Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look here at FUBOTV stock. If you've been following the channel for a couple weeks, you may have seen my other videos on this company, and you may know that we actually called this out at around $23 a share. I told you guys to load the boat with this company as much as you can, as much as you can afford, at around $23 a share. Now, I know a lot of you guys missed out on that call out, so I made a second video talking about how $30 a share was ultimately going to be the bouncing point for this stock and why you should consider buying them at $30 a share, especially if you were in for the long term. And as you guys can see, that price has been tested twice here as an amazing bouncing point on FUBOTV stock. So anybody who got in on my earlier callouts or even my second call out on $30 a share, congratulations guys. We are up almost 100 and some percent on this play. So my account has been growing like massive, and I'm sure that a lot of you guys' accounts are doing exactly the same from following these weekly plays and these positions that we put out almost on a daily basis. So if you guys are enjoying these callouts and want to get more in the future, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button down below, guys. But talking about FUBOTV stock, getting into the analysis here, I'm going to be talking about what levels I'm watching if you are considering buying this stock and you are a new investor to FUBOTV, where is going to be ultimately the best price to buy in for long and short term. And I also want to talk about what you should do as a trader if anybody is in with me from $23 to $30 range. And if you are considering taking profits now, what should you do with your position and how can you do the best way to get out of this position where you can still profit even if it continues running, but at the very least you don't have your full position of risk still in the play. So when I talk about FUBOTV, I'm talking about a long-term play here, guys. And most of the time when I do long-term plays, I have around 100 shares of a company in my portfolio. And that's exactly what happened with FUBOTV. We bought them at low of $24, and I have sent multiple times my screenshot of my 100 shares into the Discord. So you're interested in checking that out, or if you're interested what price we did get in initially at, or you don't believe me for some reason, make sure you're in the free Discord, which is going to be linked down in the description below, so you can check that out for yourself. And make sure you catch our daily plays and signals, which are going to be for absolutely free, so there's really no reason not to check that out. But talking more about Fubo here, guys, you can see that they were making highs, very clear highs around $55, and that's ultimately what was giving me the signal of whether or not this stock was going to rip to all-time highs or potentially see some more resistance. Now, as you can see, $55 held very clearly as a resistance point, and the stock was not able to break above that level, or at least not in the short term. And right now we're trending back towards our support at around $40 flat. So if we do come back to this $40 flat support, I will be loading up on a ton more shares. Now with FUBOTV, I don't think that they can trend it back to around $30, which would ultimately be a smashing price and the best price to buy FUBOTV at for the long and short term. But at least if we can get them for $40, we can know that we are buying them at a fair price, or at least at a discount. So with FUBOTV, they have been selling off over the last few days, but I'm ultimately going to wait for a bit more selling before I add shares to this position. Now, I am being greedy as a trader. I could add shares here at this halfway point around $48, which you can see we actually marked on the way down with this stock. So these levels have been holding consistent for a very long time, and it's no surprise to me that Fubo isn't able to break above the $55 level as soon as people really hoped it would. So guys, it's obvious that stocks have to cool off after running massively, and since Fubo is up over 100% in the last 2 weeks, it makes a lot of sense for them to be seeing important resistance and some heavy resistance around $55. So guys, this is just a matter of waiting it out, a matter of getting your shares in at a great price so that when the run does happen, you can absolutely capitalize on this play like what we did back in the beginning of January when we bought in between $20 and $30. And like I say, guys, I really hope you didn't miss out on that opportunity, but if you did, there's still going to be a lot of opportunity with this FUBOTV going forward. So my best recommendation with this company is to be more conservative as far as when you jump in. You can definitely get an amazing price on this stock, and as you can see, they make a lot of runs where they go up massively and then pull back to a support level. So this is ultimately going to be one of the best times to catch the stock, whenever they bounce from out of a consolidation range and then come back to that range, or for example, when they did it here after breaking out from 40 and came back to 40, this was going to ultimately be the best time to buy the stock for the long term. So watch out for these jumps with FUBOTV, as they have been shown historically to be a great time to buy the stock. And you can see that even though we are seeing some shorter term bounces here, even the original big bounce that we saw showed us very clearly that it returned back to that support level. So guys, as always, we want to look at what happened in the past with the stock to know exactly what might happen in the future, and FUBOTV is no different here. So ultimately, I'm going to be looking to add shares around $40 flat if they do come down to that level. But if they do come down to 45, I will be at least adding some, because I do want to add to my position now that I have taken profits around $55. So essentially, what I did this week was took my 100 shares and trimmed some of them off. I only left around 70 in my account, and that way I know that if this play does reverse to $47, I'm not taking my full amount of loss, and I'm still conserving some of my profits, which allows me to hop back in at around $47 or $40 a share if I do choose to hop in again. So that cushion that you create from selling out at the highs, or when you see a price be consistently rejected, like with FUBOTV, I did not sell out when I originally saw 55, but the second I saw 55 the second time and then get rejected, that is when I decided that I would be taking profits within this purple box. And that's exactly what I did 2 days ago when I did take profit on part of my position around $52 to $53 a share. So guys, this is going to be something always to consider. Make sure that you are playing with other people's money and not your own. So if at any time you can collect profits on a play and only keep those few shares which are theoretically free from the profits you made, and then this will be a great advantage for you as a trader, as you will not have to worry about what's happening with the daily fluctuations, and you can just sit back and let a play grow over time. And that's what I've been trying to do with a lot of my smaller accounts, especially my Robinhood account. I've been trying to come in on some shorter term plays like with FUBOTV, potentially profit 100% or 80% on the stocks within a few weeks, and then take my profits and use those profits to continue growing my account while protecting my initial balance in order to put that into new plays. So there are a lot of options here for trading FUBOTV, even if you don't have a lot of money or are considering other plays at the same time, guys. So please do not miss out on this company, as they have a lot of great opportunities coming in the future. But ultimately, like I said, I'm watching for a retest of $40 as the ultimate best time to buy. However, I will be buying a smaller short-term position here at 45, looking for a retest of 55 or even a break to new all-time highs around 62. Now, if you guys been following what happens with short sellers on the stock market, potentially even with stocks like GameStop, Nokia, etc., you might know that Fubo here is about to trap a lot of short sellers if it can come above 55, and ultimately if it can come above 65. So if you think about it logically, there is not a single short seller in this stock that could be earning money if we do go above the $62 range. And what that means is that anybody who potentially shorted this stock in the past is going to have to cover their shares and their position on the company. And what that means is usually a boom for the price. So that's why we'll be watching $55 as a huge breakout point for FUBOTV, as I see the majority of the short sellers trapped within this purple box, guys. But ultimately, $40 will be that price that I'm looking for to give me a great buy entry on Fubo, and to really show me that this is a company that can provide great opportunities while still being in a growth mode. So guys, as always, that's when I will be looking to add shares around $45 to $40. That's going to be a very fair price for the short and long term. But if you guys enjoyed the video, again, don't forget to like and subscribe down below. It helps the channel a lot and shows this video to other people who might be interested. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope all your plays are in the green.